All right.
All
Okay.
right. Assalamualaikum.
All right.
Waalaikumsalam.
Wassalam.
Uh, so how you doing?
Yes, I'm good. I'm
Alhamdulillah.
good.
That's good.
What about you?
All right. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah.
So first of
So,
all, let me
mm,
introduce ourselves. My name
okay.
is Lia. You can call me Lia. And
And my name is Nur Karisa Nadia, and you can
Okay.
call me as Kelly.
All right. Lisa. All right. And Leah. All right. Okay. So I
yeah.
introduced myself, right? A good
All
one,
right.
quick one. Rashida
Okay.
is my name.
Yeah.
So I just want to see your question somewhere. I put it somewhere. Just 1 minute. Let me see where I dropped it somewhere here. Um,
Can you see us?
yes, I can see you guys. Can
All
you
right.
see
Okay.
me or not? You
Yes.
can see me,
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
So I think once you see me, I should be able to see you also.
All right.
Okay. Let me just see what's going on. Here I because I don't know what's actually wrong with my desktop is not talking. So I presume something is wrong. Just 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Mm, okay. All right. I think I can come to this one. I should be using this one. So are you guys in the school now? Um.
Okay. Dia Nafisa. Wait, madam.
Okay. No problem. Mm, what was it? The one I did just.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. So
No, no.
um. All right. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Um.
And your experience with intercultural communications.
Okay. My my name. I'm Rashida Funkiola. So I'm from Nigeria. I'm currently working here in IUM. Okay, I attached to Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. So as associate professor here. Okay, and then yeah, I have my family, though not here currently. So and yeah, I teach mostly on algorithm programming and so on and so forth.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's about me. And so, what's your second question?
What's mine?
Yeah, the second question. The first one is to introduce, to quickly tell you about myself, right? Can you
Yeah.
hear me well? I think.
So how many years you have been working at IIUM?
Uh, this is 2024, right? So I've been working here for like about 12 years. 12 years now.
Oh, 12 years.
Mm.
That's a
Wow.
long journey.
So I
Yeah.
guess you know much about Quantine or go.
Uh, yeah, I've been to Quantum a few times. But I'm,
Oh,
I'm, I'm mostly at Gombak here. Mostly at Gombak.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
okay. For the next question, do you know what is intercultural communications?
Um, I think so. Um, from a lay person, intercultural communication, when we talk about it, it's like you have different people, right, of
Yes.
different background, okay, with different languages. So when you communicate with individual or groups of different origin and different language, different background, everything is different. So I mean that's intercultural.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that is interesting. Okay, can you list some of the benefits of learning intercultural communication?
Um, okay, to me, I think it will help you to be able to accomplish your task. I mean,
Mm,
from for
Mm.
example, from my own point of view, like okay, alhamdulillah, I can speak at least some basic Malay, so it helped me. So it really helped me. Yeah, it really helped me to be able to mingle, also to be able to get my job done, because I believe there are some people that they cannot speak maybe English, or they cannot speak the language you speak. But if you can speak their local language,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to, yeah, you'll be able to get things done easily. I give you one example. The time I came to Malaysia, I wanted to learn how to sew clothes, how to sew.
Oh, uh-huh.
So all shops I went to, they told me no, they cannot take me, and I know it's because I cannot speak Malay. Okay, so yeah, and most I want to do that time, it's so difficult for me. I also want to learn Arabic that time I came.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went in to ask that lady, and that was in UPM, then
Mm-hmm.
she said, full, 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 full. However, it's not that it's full, it's just because I cannot speak her language and she don't understand English. So I apparently lose that chance to learn. So one day
Mm-hmm.
I now went to, luckily I just saw the class was holding and I went through. I just went inside, I met the Ustaz and I say, Ustaz, I want to join the class. Luckily the Ustaz was able to speak English. And then he accepted me, even though they were about to finish the semester. So this is one of the, I mean, the thing I see, like if you can speak people's language, or intercultural language, it makes you to get things done easily. It also makes people to like embrace or welcome you, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
when you speak people's language, you communicate with them with the language they understand. It makes it easier, and they will love you. I mean, I've seen it
Ah,
from,
yes.
like, for me, it actually works like that. But if you don't speak people's language, they will either turn you off, or because there was no way you guys can discuss,
Mhm.
then you forget about it.
So from that, you start learning our language.
Yeah, I do. I learn. Yeah, I
Oh,
learn Malay. But something like you, I actually took a lot of courses in Malay, and Alhamdulillah, I think I'm able to do it
Alhamdulillah.
well. So when I needed to send my son, then when I needed to send
Uh-huh.
him to the KG, the Machi, they
Mm-hmm.
cannot speak English. So I need to learn. I learned. I just got to learn how to speak, and Alhamdulillah, I think that helped me a lot.
That
And
help
when
you
you
a
speak
lot.
people's language, you'll be able to be culturally aware. You'll be aware about their culture, their values, their
Mm-hmm.
norms, the styles they use. Uh, the even cultural sensitivity also you will learn, and then you will now be able to maybe adapt to some few things. Yes,
Okay.
I think Leah. Okay, I
Yes.
need pardon just now. All right,
Okay.
so that's my own. I mean about how, if the benefit of
Mm. That's so
intercultural communication.
interesting because I think because of that you learn our language and you can buy a clothes and you can communicate in our language well, I guess.
Yeah, yes, and
Mm.
that makes me also to. So I told you when I started, I want to learn tailoring. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't learn because I was unable to speak the language. So
Mm-hmm.
later on, Alhamdulillah, I learned, and I now walk to another shop. That was after a few years, actually, like maybe after like about 4 or 5 years, I was
Mm-hmm.
able to learn Malay. And I now went to another shop. I still remember Kani, she taught me how to sew. So now all this gown, all this hijab I
Mm-hmm.
put on, They're actually my brand.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was able to learn the language, and now I can learn how to do the tailoring. And I know the reason why people don't take it, because everything they will say it in Malay, like puton this, suku this,
Suku,
all these
yes.
pongong pinggan, all those things. So if the person doesn't understand English, she will
Uh-huh.
not be able to communicate with apprentice. So if
Mm-hmm.
you also don't understand Malay, you won't understand what is going on. It can't, it need, all those things. Actually, it's makes it easier, and it also help you to be able to resolve conflicts.
Mm.
So
Yes,
this is
right.
yeah. So those are like my experience on that. All right.
Okay, and for the next questions,
Mm.
how do you find the interactions with other cultures?
Um, when I first came into Malaysia, because I said I interact mostly here in Malaysia, even though with other cultures, but largely is with the Malay and the Chinese and India. That those are the largely people I interact with, most Malay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from my own background, our own culture is totally different. In fact, when I came in, um, my late husband Layaham is he actually told me some few things, that there are some certain things that you don't do in Malaysia. Even though in my country we take it for granted, you do it
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes like you don't point to people here in Malaysia. In my country is
Mm.
yeah, it's something like you can like a kind of warning. You warn the person. Then he also told me that in Malaysia, if you want to point to somebody, you don't do like this, you have to do like this. So these are some
Yeah.
of the things I actually need to learn. And yeah, so that's why I said if you speak people's language, and then yeah, you communicate with them, you'll be able to learn their culture. It's happy to be able to adapt. Okay, you also learn about their cultural sensitivity. All right, you know how sensitive are people. Like in my
Yes.
country, yes, in my country, just in Malaysia, it's very common that when you meet me, you say, oh, okay, Roshina, what's your name? I tell you my name. You say, oh, how long have you been here? And what is your age? And what is your salary? It's a common thing in Malaysia. In my country, no. Nobody asks you
Yeah,
your
it's
age.
common in here.
Yeah. So in my
Yes.
country, no. People don't ask you your age. They don't ask you your salary because it's like something private to you. But when I came to Malaysia,
Oh,
the thing,
private. Oh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Your age, your salary, all those things are like something private to you. So nobody dare interferes. But because when I came to Malaysia, I find it out, oh, okay, it becomes like a norm. When you just inside the lift, somebody say, oh, hello. I mean, in fact, that was like the starting point. How long have you been here? When are you going back? And then how old are you? How much you earn? How much is your house rent? You know, my country, no. People
Yes,
don't ask
they're asking
you.
you a lot.
Yeah. No, 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 not asking a lot per se. Asking some question
Uh-huh.
that
Uh-huh.
in my own culture you wouldn't ask it. So uh,
Oh,
yeah, in my
okay,
culture,
I
no.
got it.
You can ask question in my culture, but some things it is like somebody who is like as old as my mother. I cannot ask her what's your age. No, we don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in my culture. Then my
Oh.
culture also have a kind of there is a kind of respect. There is a way. Actually, the way we even is even somehow different. So when I came to Malaysia, I found that okay, all these things you just need to learn and now be able to try to adapt so that you won't be having
Mm-hmm.
conflict. Okay, I give you one example also, because I've seriously adapted to Malaysian style. So there
Mm-hmm.
is one party I normally sew clothes with last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I know in Malay you cannot push people too much. You have to like follow slowly if you really want something from the person. So I wanted the
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yes.
Yes.
In my country you push, you seriously push and make all the noise you can make in the world to make that thing done. But here in Malaysia it's not
Mm.
like that. In Malaysia it's like okay, once they say oh tabule tabule, okay tabule, you want to take it. But in my
Totally.
country if they say tabole, you still believe you can push to make that thing happen. So those are some of the
Mm.
things I actually learned here. That's okay. The culture, intercultural communication actually really helped me to be able to, instead of like, people here also don't shout. Like, yeah, people can, sorry to say, people can revenge in Malaysia, but they will
Mm-hmm.
not shout. Yeah, they don't
Ah,
like out on each other and then quickly pick fight. In my country, you can just shout everything out and just okay,
Oh,
finish.
I
oh.
see.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are like cultural difference and all these things. You just need to learn how to communicate well to be able to, yeah, get it done.
Mm,
Maybe
okay.
maybe we are too sensitive. So
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, yeah,
okay.
and people don't really like people not only sensitive per se. People like don't really open up or always try to bottle things in
Mm.
generally in
Mm,
Malaysia. Like when something is painful, you hold it until maybe you get bust. In my country, it's very rare you see people bottle things. That's why they think you are very
Oh.
loud. Yes, like now I can just you make something I feel is not okay. I shout, I say it out, I then I clear it.
ah.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, I see. All right, so based on your experience, what can be a good guidance to avoid misunderstandings among workers from different cultures?
um, to me, I think is the first is to you first look at the situation, at least observe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do a very good observation and see how people react to things. Even though like
Mm,
I said in my country that okay, we have like a kind of general thing, but we have people with individual way or individual characteristics, how they deal with things. So for anybody we are dealing with, either of the same culture or of different culture, we first need to watch, try to see the situation, look at how
mm.
people do. Like in Malaysia, another thing. In Malaysia, you don't just honk at people. When people are passing by, you wait, you pass by, then you now go. In my country, no. Not even when,
Oh.
yes, in Arab country also. So they go, beep, 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 beep.
Okay.
You know, when I come into Malaysia, like I was like, hey, how come people will be moving on the road like this? You are, in fact, in my country last time, when you move slowly on the main road, people are there with the cane to rotan. Move. You cannot just walk. Yeah, you know.
Oh.
Yes, to that extent. So,
Interesting.
so you can see like the culture is so. When I came here, like wow. So like the car will wait for you to pass. I mean, it's a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
the car will wait for you to pass by. And then, because in my country, maybe people will take advantage of that. So that's why if a car is coming, you rather wait for the car to pass
Mm.
before you go. You don't just start messing up on the road. But when I came here, I found out, oh, okay. Then here, like people are not in rush. Um, Everybody be on the queue, and when the jam is so terrible, people see Sabar move slowly and all those things. If you don't really have a culture of yes, if you don't watch and see what is going in that situation or in that culture, you may tend to misbehave because
Mm.
you would think that oh okay, it's like my country or another country that you can just rush and do things. So I see that if you really want to enjoy this intercultural communication or
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever, one have to watch what is going on and see
Mm-hmm.
how people. Then slowly you can adapt.
Mm.
So yeah, that's
Yes.
one of the.
Okay,
Okay.
the next question
Okay.
is, how do greetings vary in your culture? And are there any specific gesture expressions I should be aware of?
You mean greetings?
Yes.
Okay. Greetings in my country is actually depend on the what will I say on different because in my country we have is a country
Mm-hmm.
on its own. Then we have different culture in
Mm,
it
okay.
also. Yeah, because we have okay, like just you have in Malaysia, you have like Indian, Malay, and the
In
Chinese. We
Chinese.
also
Yeah,
have like
Chinese.
three major languages over there. We have Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, which is a different ethnic here because we are different race, right? We are all one race. We are all
Mm-hmm.
African race, okay? But we have different tribes,
Mm-hmm.
and in each of these tribes also we have different. We speak different language dialects. So
Mm.
it's like based on the region, like okay, southwest, north, south. Based
Mm-hmm.
on the region, they could have a general culture, something that is acceptable
Mm-hmm.
within.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yes. Then detail also depending on the dialect, there will be something which is acceptable. Like for greeting, in my own culture, I'm a Yoruba woman. A
Mm-hmm.
Yoruba, yes, we speak Yoruba language. All right,
Mm-hmm.
we are from southwest of Nigeria. Generally, respect is highly of value. Respect is highly
Mm.
valued. Yes, you a young somebody who is older and somebody
Mm-hmm.
who is young, the respect is so high that sometimes you feel, wow, what is really going on? Yeah,
Mm.
like your mother, you can just mess up, you know. The
Mm-hmm.
respect is so high. It doesn't mean that there is no love, but the respect is so high that you have to respect. In fact, we respect to the extent that there is a way we normally greet the elder
Mm-hmm.
people. There is a gesture. Sometimes you have to bend. Sometimes you have to kneel down. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
except with the
Oh,
yes,
kneel down.
yes, with
Mm.
Islam. Yeah, with Islam, mostly like we don't do it as Muslims or those who really understand the religion. Other than
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, we have different way of greetings. It depends. Like for me, I stayed in the. I was born in the northern Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
I speak
Mm-hmm.
the the language outside, and I know the culture, and I
Mm-hmm.
know my own culture, also Yoruba culture. So we still have differences. Okay,
Ah,
so yeah, we
yeah.
still have differences in the way, but mostly a Yoruba, we normally have a kind of poetic way of talking, poetic
Mm-hmm.
way of even greeting, and then we use so many signs. Like if your mother wants you to, let's say we go inside, I go out with my son now,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
somebody wants to give him something, and I don't want him to take it. I don't really need
All
to
right.
say anything. I just need to look at him like this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
like face, facial expression, we have a lot of facial expression of how
Okay.
we, yes, how we
Mm-hmm.
communicate, then how we greet. And then sometimes we also use proverbs. Yeah, proverbs to
Mm.
communicate. So all these things, yes, all these things actually is towards my own culture. I mean, as a Yoruba woman. So our greetings,
Mm.
bowing, bending, uh,
Bending.
yes.
Mm.
Salam, when you give salam with handshake, it will be mostly those who really understand Islam. Yes, yeah,
Mm.
mostly like it's not really common. You see, like me to handshake my mom. No, it
Um.
is yes. Yeah, my culture. No, we don't like handshake your mother or somebody who is older. For men, yes, for men they do shake, but still older people, you
Mm-hmm.
don't just you don't quickly do like this to older people. You wait until they now extend to you, then you now take the hand.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
sign of disrespect that you just quickly do like this to the older. Yes, but in Malaysia, you see, it's
Yes.
different, right?
You're
In
basically
Malaysia,
doing
when yes, the younger person see you, they quickly assalamualaikum and they do like this, you
we
know.
do this a lot.
Yes. So those are like some of the I mean the way we greet,
Mm.
and yeah, and the way a
Ah.
female greet is different from the way male greet. You know, the way
Mm.
a lady you will greet, it will be different from the way a man will greet,
Mm.
depending on the area. So for my own area, female will bend, she will like kneel, the man will
Mm-hmm.
like a kind of prostrating, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
prostrate per se, not that prostrate to worship, but that's how it is like.
Ah.
Yeah,
Mm.
mm,
Okay. That is
Okay.
yeah,
interesting.
Wow.
Because
oh,
I
Bending.
yeah.
never heard about how we greet in Malaysian as
You
Muslim. Do you know how we greet in Malaysian, in Muslim?
Yeah.
We, you know that?
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
know. It's Salam, and then you,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, in
yeah.
Malaysia. So that's in my country, not really. In fact, in my country, maybe the kiss is just like maybe a mother to the child, she'll kiss his head or something
Uh-huh.
like that. But like not extending the shake of hand, no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Oh.
For shaking, no. We don't like adults to young or young to adult, we don't. But if it's like of age mates or like people of the same,
Uh-huh.
almost same, you can do the handshaking or corporate, yes.
Mm.
But if it's like in terms of respect, cultural respect, we don't
Uh-huh.
actually do the kissing. Yes, we don't do handshaking.
Um, okay, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So have you ever encountered any misunderstandings or miscommunication with your colleague?
With my colleagues.
Yes.
Um, okay, maybe. Let me see. Because the person I actually had miscommunication with last time was the person was actually not a Malaysian. He's
Okay.
an Arab.
Oh.
Yes, yes, he's
Uh-huh.
an Arab and a colleague.
Mm-hmm.
And I say miscommunication because, like me, this is my own personal values that I don't lie. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what happened then was what subhanallah, I forgot exactly what happened. Then just say, oh no, Rashida, you're lying, something like that. I said, me, for me to lie, I mean, but I
Mm-hmm.
believe it was a miscommunication. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
he didn't really understand what I'm supposed to do or what I was doing. So I think that is like the main misunderstanding like I have with a colleague. Okay, there is another one, but I tend not to have a kind of confrontation with colleagues, like especially
Um,
the Malaysian, because of the way I already understood the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't think I really have any big thing with any Malay.
Misunderstanding.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
no, for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I see them as a people that they're very then their ways, maybe because of how I am anyway, maybe because of where I work, like everybody is like okay with each other. Yeah. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, if yes, if you offend me, I mean you do something, I think I better say it out. But so far I think misunderstanding, no. With like will bring a kind of conflicts, not really. But I know there are
Mm-hmm.
people, yeah, people who will have a conflicts because of rather maybe with the student rather. Like with students,
mm,
not
Students.
really, yes, misunderstanding because of the phone the students and that they use. Somebody will just ask you, oh, why is this? I will look, "Oh, why? Like a commanding tone. Yes, because in my country you cannot just ask like that. Ah,
Oh.
oh yes, they will
Oh,
say,
so in your
madam,
country, what the proper to say that to you?
properly you can say, oh, may I know why this thing is like this?
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
yeah. You can just ask and say, it. Why do you do this? No, for somebody who is older,
Oh.
you have there is a tone you have to like
Oh.
for example, somebody said, I went to a clinic one day, and the lady
Mm-hmm.
told me, oh, go there, stand up, do this. She was like commanding me. I
Oh.
told her, is it a
Mm,
commanding tone? Yeah. So maybe I don't know, because in my country you
Huh?
cannot do that. You cannot straight away
oh,
command somebody,
Huh?
especially if you are on the same hierarchy or that person is
Oh.
higher than you. You can use something like, oh, may I know whether this thing, or
Oh.
can you please tell me why this thing is wrong? In fact, before you said, you have to like look for a very good, nice words, because
Mm.
as I told you, we normally talk in code. We talk like in poem, so you don't
Mm-hmm.
directly, yeah, like talk to somebody, especially if that person is older than you, because
Mm.
the kind of this is respect.
Mm.
You must talk
Oh,
in
you
a way
consider
that
as
yes,
rude?
yeah. Consider
Oh.
rude. Yeah, it's
Oh.
So
considered
what
rude.
about your close one?
Your close one also, it depends on the age.
Oh.
There's somebody that you're rapping. Like even my younger sister and my younger brothers, they can
Uh-huh.
just talk to me anyhow, you know. We can
Uh-huh.
have chat, we can talk, but they also will have a good selected words. Because that
Oh.
respect, yes, respect is very, very paramount in my culture. So
Gotcha.
you because the language on its own is a language of respect. So you
Mm.
must learn how to talk to people.
Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
you must learn. So when I see people like they just okay, I give you one example also. I
Mm-hmm.
have a daughter-in-law. My
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
daughter-in-law she's a Canadian Bangladesh. So she's
Uh-huh.
not a
Oh.
Nigerian. So I traveled to visit them in Nigeria in
Mm-hmm.
our house. Okay, she and my son they stayed there. In my culture,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the first thing was she called me auntie. She when my son introduced her to me, and then
Mm-hmm.
she said, "Oh, auntie, this is the." Then we start. Oh, she said, "Oh, I hope you don't mind. I call you auntie, because in my culture," she said, in our own culture, they call
Mm-hmm.
their friend mother aunt.
Mm.
So, and I told her in my culture, you
Mm-hmm.
call your friend's mother whatever your friend called her mother. Like all my
Oh,
friends, yes, my friend, if she call her mother mama, I'll call her also mama.
mama.
If you call her, yes, mommy,
Oh,
I'll call her also. If you call her
mommy.
mommy, I'll call her mommy. This is because the daughter and you are age mates. So you
Mm.
can't do anything lower than what the child gives to her mother.
Uh-huh.
So that was the first encounter with her. You know, this is intercultural marriage now,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
my son is a Yoruba and she is a
Mm.
Bangladesh. But I never say anything because I believe like it's like global world. But I know it is wrong in my culture. She cannot call me auntie. It's
Mm.
very, very wrong. Then the next step was when she was to get married. So she was calling me, "Oh, auntie, you see this?" It was her mother. Her own mother corrected her that, "How can you
Mm.
call your mother-in-law auntie? You should call
Mm.
her mommy or
Mother.
mother." So that
Oh.
was,
Mm.
yes, that was the first encounter. The second encounter was when I went to Nigeria. I traveled within that locality, then I came back very late.
Mm.
I came back and she came out, she said, "Oh, if you need food, you let me know." Then she went inside. Okay? You never think it's wrong, but in my culture, you cannot do that. Your
Yeah.
mother-in-law comes in, you have to prepare food, keep on the table, and call her. So, "Oh, mama, food is ready. I've get
Mm.
you water to go and take shower. I get you." The respect is on the high side, you know. She
Oh.
got to like,
Yeah.
yeah, literally do everything
Mm.
for me, like because I've gone to visit them. But
Mm.
she just came out, she said, "Oh, okay, if you need food." She said, "If you need food," it's like I've come to beg for food. If in my
Oh.
culture, that's how we would translate that. "Oh,
Mm.
I have to beg for food, what I need." So, but I didn't take it too much to heart because
Mm-hmm.
I just that this what we call this intercultural communication,
Yeah. The
and
conflict.
then yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
what she values may different from what I value. What I value is totally different. So that's why one just have to learn how this thing works before you. Otherwise, you just be conflicting with people. But seriously, I was
Mm-hmm.
hurt. I was so hurt that hey, how you say when I need food?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, those are the things that you can face. The bottom line is you just need to learn about people of the people's norm if you live in a place. So
Yeah.
you just need to,
That's
yes.
right.
So once you learn those things, or at least you slow down and see how they behave, then you can now follow them. Otherwise, you'll be having problems. You have clashes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay. For the next question, what role does not verbal communication play in your culture?
A very serious one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yes.
okay.
a non-verbal is on the very high, as I mentioned earlier, that I can,
Uh-huh.
yes, I just can just look at my son, just look at him like this. He should know, he should call, he should decode what I mean, even without saying
Mm.
anything. So in my culture, non-verbal play a very vital role, and this is a very, what will I say, a kind of clue. Even the
Mm-hmm.
tone,
The
Yeah.
tone
the
of
tone
our
is,
Yeah,
voice.
true.
yes, yes. You can
Oh.
say the same thing with different example. Like, um, okay, let me try to translate in English. I hope you can understand. If maybe I step on your leg, I step on you, I can say, oh,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I
Oh,
say,
sorry.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
I can say, oh, sorry. Oh, you can see the
The
difference. And
tone,
I
the
say,
difference.
ah,
So the
sorry,
honesty
Yeah.
there.
sorry, sorry.
Uh,
Okay, I'm sorry.
It
You can
should
see
be,
the,
I am so sorry.
ah, the
Yeah.
same sorry, yeah, the way you're going to say it, the gentle one, the okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. You see, so all these things, it plays a very big role in my own culture.
Mm-hmm.
So in my culture, if you want to say, so we said, I don't know how to translate it. Like, sorry is, you can say sorry to either, yeah, to either make the person to feel pleased or to even get angrier. Yes,
Mm.
yeah, because
I
sorry,
see.
and another one,
Sorry.
sorry. So these are, yes. So non-verbal clues. I mean, they are, though they are not formal, so to say. But I mean, it's accepted norm in my
Mm.
culture. It's accepted, so everybody knows that. And also another thing we do aside this non-verbal is we also talk in negative. In
Mm.
negative, yes.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah. That's a kind of another weird communication. We can, if maybe somebody asks me that, maybe I'm writing,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm using my pen, and you say, oh,
Mm-hmm.
Rashida, have your pen. I say, come on, have it. But actually, I'm saying it's negative. You know?
Uh,
Yes.
double meaning?
Yeah. Meaning, no,
Double
I'm
meaning?
using it.
Yeah. Yes.
So we have, and something you mean positive, you say it negative. Some things you mean negative, you also make it negative. So we have, so that's why, like, the communication in my locality or in my culture, you really
Mm-hmm.
need to really understand. You need to understand the culture. But once you
Mm-hmm.
understand the culture, you know what it means. Like I say, come and pick it. Then it means she said, don't pick it. Do
Mm.
not.
Do
Yeah,
not pick it.
I do not pick it. That's what she meant. If she said, like, if you want to give, like, let's say my mom say, Rashida, go and bring me water to, maybe to wash her hands. Let's say
Uh-huh.
she's eating and she need water. Then I bring it, and I do like this to her. And here comes. She can now say, put it on my head.
No.
Put it on my head. So, and it doesn't mean that you should put it on her head.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
means, why are you standing on me? Why are
Mm.
you standing on me? Why did you bring water and standing on me? You should put it down. That's
Mm.
what it means. But she said, put it on my head. And for those boys or girls, they put it on their mother's head. Oh, they are in trouble. So these are some of the, yeah. And also the last thing I want to mention here is also in terms of our verbal clues or non-verbal communication, is like, you cannot be going with your mother or with
Uh-huh.
your father,
Uh-huh.
uh, and she carries something without you taking it from her. No,
Mm-hmm.
it is like highest of disorder. You cannot, like let's say I have something now. Let's say this is a water, and
Mm-hmm.
let's say this is a very big water, like I cannot carry. And maybe my son is coming. I say, oh, Ibrahim, can you please help me put this thing on my head, or help me to. Then if he comes and he pick it and want to put it on me, It's not possible. So it's not possible I hold something, my son follows without holding anything. No.
Mm.
No, 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 no.
Um,
Yes, it's not accepted in my culture. So all these things
uh,
are non-verbal. You will just see it. Yeah.
mm,
Mm.
I see. Okay.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. For the last question.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay. What
for
are
uh-huh.
common communication styles in your culture, and how do people express agreement or disagreement?
Can you restart because the first part was lagging?
Okay.
Oh,
So,
lagging.
what are common communication styles in your culture, and how do people express agreement or disagreement?
Oh, okay. The common norms is generally is verbal. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, commonly is verbal. We talk to each other, and as I mentioned, most
Mm-hmm.
of this verbal communication, we have poetry is poetry based, and there is a lot of proverbs in it. So when we talk about,
Mm.
yes, when we talk about agreements, though I don't really understand the agreement you meant, but let's say generally, if you want to agree on something,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
we could have a kind of if let's say we are talking about local traditional, when we say agreement, then we will
Mm-hmm.
have people that will come to witness it, to agree on
Mm.
certain terms and conditions. Yes, so we have some witness to, just like we normally have, as Islam also mentioned, that we will have some people that witness to that
Mm-hmm.
agreement, so that if any one of us want to default, so there is witness to that, then they can
Mm-hmm.
now, I mean, raise it up. So generally, it's verbal, and agreement is we call people to witness. But as people things are
Mm.
advancing, so some agreements are made written, okay, and still with a witness. So
Mm.
yeah, that yeah, with witness.
All right. So the common is verbal communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
All right.
most common is verbal communication.
Uh, okay. Okay, that
Okay.
was really interesting. I'm eager to go to Nigeria right now.
Yeah, please come. Please come and
I
see.
want to experience the culture there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
serious one. But people there are, mashallah, very nice, very good people.
Mm.
Yeah, people are ready to, because we value guests a lot. In our
Mm.
culture also, yes, it's like a taboo in our culture for you to maltreat your guests. You
Mm.
rather, yes, you rather get blamed for
Mm-hmm.
you, I mean, blame yourself rather than getting your guests like discomfort. You must
Ah.
always, your guest is always right, and you must provide
Always
all what they need for them. So those are like very this thing about my culture in terms of our social interaction. So like that, my daughter-in-law I mentioned to you, in my culture, if you have gone to another place to bring somebody to marry another person, even though within the same culture, but not in your own town. Like, for example, let's say I'm from Kuala Lumpur and I go and marry somebody maybe from Negri Semblan. We even speak the same language. Um, in my own culture, you have to honor that guest because they assume that our parents have allowed her to come to your family. Totally, you
Yeah.
guys are stranger, you are strange to the culture, so you must take care of
Mm.
her completely. So, and the same thing to guests who have come from any other part of the world. In fact, we are too generous to our own guests than the way we do to ourselves. So you are welcome to Nigeria, inshallah. If yes.
Inshallah. We can see
uh,
how kind you are right now with us.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're
Alhamdulillah.
like so welcoming.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm sorry for the technical issue.
Okay,
I'm
no
sorry.
worries. You guys are using your school Zoom, right?
Yes.
Sorry, Teams. Okay, for your school Teams, right?
Mm-mm.
And that is like 1 hour or how long?
Maybe 1 hour.
Okay. So any other
Uh,
thing?
I guess that's all from us. It's such an honor to have you in our interview session.
All right, Alhamdulillah. I'm also honored to
Alhamdulillah.
be a guest also. So I wish you all the best in your. So this is a project or this is an assignment?
Assignment, our
Oh,
Yeah.
for final.
oh, okay, assignment. All right. So inshallah, all the
Finance.
best. May Allah make it easy. So if there is any other thing you want me to chip in, no worries. I'm always available. So you
All
can
right.
Thank
All
you
right.
so
Thank
much,
you so
Doctor.
much.
welcome.
Thank you so much,
All right, you're
doctor.
welcome. So I see you inshallah some other time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Wa
barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.